Hey gamers! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the deep end with a list of 12 impossible games that will break you. These are the games that test your patience, skill, and sanity. Whether you love a good challenge or just want to see what your limits are, these games are for you. Let's get started. First up, we have Demon's Souls. This game is the granddaddy of the modern, brutally difficult action RPG. From the relentless enemies to the punishing bosses, Demon's Souls is a true test of perseverance. You'll die over and over again, but each victory feels incredibly rewarding. The haunting atmosphere and intricate level design make every moment tense and immersive. The game's unique online features, where other players can leave messages and invade your world, add another layer of challenge and unpredictability. If you haven't experienced the pain and pleasure of Demon's Souls, now's the time. Next on our list is Cuphead. Don't let its charming 1930s cartoon art style fool you. Cuphead is a brutally difficult run-and-gun game that requires pixel-perfect precision and timing. Every boss battle is a unique and challenging puzzle, and the slightest mistake can send you back to the beginning. The combination of precise platforming and relentless enemy patterns will test your reflexes and patience like few other games. The hand-drawn animations and jazzy soundtrack are a treat, but don't get too distracted, or you'll find yourself starting over again. Moving on to Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. From the creators of Dark Souls, Sekiro offers a different kind of challenge. The combat is fast-paced and unforgiving, with a heavy emphasis on precise parrying and timing. The bosses in Sekiro are some of the toughest you'll face in any game, and the sense of accomplishment when you finally defeat them is unmatched. The game rewards careful observation and mastery of its mechanics, and the beautiful atmospheric world of feudal Japan adds to the experience. Prepare to die and learn from every mistake in this relentless samurai adventure. Now let's talk about Celeste. At first glance, this might seem like a simple platformer, but don't be fooled. Celeste is incredibly challenging, with levels that demand perfect execution and timing. The game's controls are tight and responsive, which makes every death feel like your own fault. But that's what makes Celeste so satisfying to play. The story of Madeline's journey to the top of Celeste Mountain is both heartwarming and inspiring, and the game's soundtrack perfectly complements the challenging gameplay. Each new chapter introduces new mechanics and obstacles, ensuring the difficulty never lets up. Up next is Super Meat Boy. This game is known for its precise platforming and relentless difficulty. Every level is a gauntlet of spikes, saw blades, and other deadly obstacles that require perfect timing and precision to navigate. Super Meat Boy is one of those games that will push you to your limits, but you'll keep coming back for more. The levels are short but incredibly challenging, and the instant respawn feature means you can try again and again without losing momentum. The dark humor and quirky characters add a bit of levity to the otherwise punishing experience. Our next entry is Dead Cells. This roguelike action platformer is a brutal test of your skills and patience. With its procedurally generated levels and permadeath mechanic, Dead Cells ensures that no two runs are ever the same. The fast-paced combat requires quick reflexes and strategic thinking as you navigate through hordes of enemies and deadly traps. The variety of weapons and abilities at your disposal allows for diverse playstyles, but be prepared to start over from scratch every time you die. The constant progression and sense of discovery make each attempt feel fresh and rewarding. Now, let's take a look at Hollow Knight. This Metroidvania-style game is known for its beautiful hand-drawn art and challenging gameplay. The world of Hollow Knight is vast and filled with secrets, and the enemies and bosses are tough and unforgiving. If you're looking for a game that will challenge you and keep you engaged for hours, Hollow Knight is a must-play. The interconnected world encourages exploration, and the sense of discovery is matched only by the game's difficulty. The tight controls and fluid combat make every encounter satisfying, even as it tests your limits. Next is Bloodborne. Another game from the creators of Dark Souls, Bloodborne takes the formula and ramps up the difficulty even further. The combat is faster and more aggressive, and the bosses are some of the most challenging in any game. The gothic, Lovecraftian setting adds to the game's eerie and unsettling atmosphere. Bloodborne's unique health recovery mechanic encourages aggressive play, and the intricate world design invites exploration and discovery. Every corner of Yharnam is filled with danger and mystery, and uncovering its secrets is both thrilling and terrifying. Moving on to Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. This game is simple in concept, but incredibly difficult in execution. You control a man in a pot with a sledgehammer, and your goal is to climb a mountain. The physics-based controls are intentionally difficult, and one wrong move can send you tumbling all the way back to the beginning. It's frustrating, but also incredibly rewarding when you make progress. The game's commentary by Bennett Foddy adds a unique twist, often reflecting on the nature of challenge and frustration in gaming and life. It's a game that will test not just your skills, but also your perseverance and mental fortitude. Next on our list is Furi. This game is a series of intense boss battles that require quick reflexes and precise timing. Each boss has its own unique attacks and patterns, and the difficulty ramps up quickly. Furi is a game that demands perfection, and every victory feels hard-earned. The fast-paced, stylish combat is complemented by an electrifying soundtrack, and the vibrant, neon-colored world creates a unique and immersive atmosphere. Furi is a relentless test of your skills, and each defeat is a learning experience that brings you closer to mastering the game. Now let's talk about Spelunky. This roguelike platformer is known for its punishing difficulty and randomly generated levels. Each run is different, and the game's many traps and enemies will keep you on your toes. Spelunky is a game that requires both skill and luck, and it's sure to test your patience. The variety of items and power-ups you can find on each run adds a layer of strategy, and the game's permadeath mechanic means that every decision matters. The thrill of discovery and the ever-present danger make Spelunky a game that will keep you coming back for more, despite its difficulty. Finally, we have The Binding of Isaac. This roguelike dungeon crawler is incredibly challenging, with randomly generated levels and a huge variety of enemies and bosses. The game's permadeath mechanic means that every mistake is costly, and each run is a new and unpredictable challenge. The vast array of items and power-ups you can collect adds depth and replayability, as no two runs are ever the same. The Binding of Isaac combines fast-paced action with deep strategic gameplay, making it a game that will keep you hooked and constantly striving for that elusive perfect run. So there you have it, 12 impossible games that will break you. These games are not for the faint of heart, but if you're up for the challenge, they're incredibly rewarding. Which of these games have you played? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming content. Thanks for watching.